911, what is your emergency?
And it's a murder streamed online for all to see.
Thousands were watching and were horrified by what happened next.
She was live on Facebook in Macon when she was gunned down, and it's been viewed hundreds of thousands of times.
We live in a time of unprecedented visibility into people's lives. From our closest friends to total strangers across the globe, over 5 billion people are on the internet now, and yet only a lucky few have been able to turn social media into their full-time job. On the other hand, countless others have tried and failed at becoming successful like their favorite influencers, bringing a whole new meaning to the phrase, "get rich or die trying." This has led to an alarming rise in the number of people putting themselves in danger for clicks and views. From YouTube pranks gone wrong to TikTok trends turned fatal, you've likely seen stories like this yourself in recent years. It's something that is becoming increasingly more common and doesn't show any signs of slowing down. Which brings us to today's video, a recent story of a TikToker whose live stream took a dark turn as his final moments were broadcasted for the whole world to see. Welcome to Crime Bumps, your home for real-life horror stories from the darker side of the internet. On April 28, 2025, popular TikToker Jabari Johnson, known online as Baba Skeng, was live streaming in front of a snack shop in Jamaica. He had been battling with a friend of his and seemed to be having a good time. But little did he know, this would be his final stream ever, as just moments later, Jabari would be shot dead on his live stream execution style. And it was all captured in real time in front of thousands. But this begs the question, why would someone do such a horrific thing? And what really happened in the moments leading up to his tragic demise? To get some answers, we'll have to go back a few years. From the beginning, Jabari Johnson seemed almost destined to pursue a music career. His father, Ja Mason, is a renowned reggae star still performing to this day. His father grew up in a Christian household and was given the nickname Perry Mason for his ability to resolve disputes, and he took after his father's bold personality. This made for a good fit for Jamaica's lively nightlife and booming tourism industry. But just beneath the surface lies a far grimmer reality: poverty, gang violence, and one of the highest per capita murder rates in the world. Jabari was raised in this dual reality. He was known to be mischievous in school, but he also had an undeniable charisma, one that later translated seamlessly to the digital world. Baba Skeng started posting TikToks around 2021. His content ranged from comedic skits and freestyles to day-in-the-life vlogs shot in his neighborhood. What set him apart was his authenticity. He didn't sugarcoat the realities of life in the inner city. By early 2024, Baba Skeng had built a solid online presence, gaining tens of thousands of followers across platforms. But that visibility came at a price. Monday, April 28th, Jabari fires up yet another live stream. This was nothing new to him, as he was accustomed to broadcasting himself for the world to see, and today was no different. 6:30 p.m. rolls around, and everything seemed to be going normal, until suddenly, a masked man dressed in all black approached Jabari from behind. With absolutely no warning, the left-handed shooter fires his gun at him at close range. Johnson was struck multiple times in the head and his upper body and fell to the ground as terrified screams rang out. The gunman then fled on foot. Just like that, he was pronounced dead at the scene. In the following hours, screen recordings of the stream spread like wildfire on TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. Though Instagram quickly removed the original feed, the damage was done. The police later confirmed that Jabari Johnson had been shot multiple times in what they described as an execution-style killing. It appeared to be premeditated and, disturbingly, possibly designed for an audience. In the days following Jabari's death, Jamaican law enforcement has launched an investigation focusing on two key questions. Who was it that killed Baba Skeng, and why? Initial reports suggest that Jabari may have been lured to his death by someone he trusted. perhaps even a fellow influencer or acquaintance. Police noted that the live stream was too coincidental, like someone wanted that moment captured, and theories have begun to circulate online. Some speculate the murder was personal. Perhaps it was revenge for a past dispute. Others believe it was related to gang violence. Jamaica has a long and complex history with gangs, many of which have evolved from local crews into sophisticated, networked organizations with international ties. Police confirmed that Jabari had no formal gang affiliation, but St. Andrew is a city where lines are blurred. Simply growing up in certain neighborhoods can tie you to the wrong people by association. Still others have since wondered if the live stream itself was the motive. There has been an alarming rise in the amount of accidents from people looking for clicks and views on the internet in recent years. YouTube pranks gone wrong and people taking TikTok trends too far have resulted in more and more tragic accidents. In some cases, even deaths, such as the case of Mona Lisa Perez and Pedro Ruiz, a couple who wanted to boost their YouTube channel by filming an audacious prank in which Mona Lisa fired a gun at Pedro, with nothing but a single book in the way to block the shot.
I may fail, but if I fail, I want to die trying.
A young man craving fame who got it for all the wrong reasons. The audio reveals her hesitation. Babe, I'm not doing this. I can't. If I kill you, what's going to happen to my life? As long as you hit the book, you'll be fine, Ruiz says. These pictures show she did, standing an arm's length away.
There have been countless other instances of prank channels on YouTube going too far, a topic that I could make a whole separate video about. Comment down below if that's something you'd be interested in. With that said, it's not out of the realm of possibility that Jabari's killer was someone looking for internet clout. Perhaps he was a young gang member looking to boost his street cred, and saw Baba Skeng's livestream as the perfect opportunity. But that raises the question, who exactly was this masked man? And if he really was just looking for internet clout, why would he wear a mask that concealed his identity? The St. Andrew North Police have stated they had persons of interest in custody, but no one has yet been officially charged. That silence, combined with the chilling nature of the crime, has left the public deeply unsettled. Perhaps most disturbingly, Jabari's death isn't an isolated case. Jamaica has seen a disturbing rise in high-profile murders involving social media figures. In late 2023, TikToker Marlon Samuels, better known as 41 Bushead, was gunned down outside his home.
The deceased is 23-year-old Marlon Samuels, also known as 41 Bushead. He was shot and killed by heavily armed men in Montego Bay Friday evening, just hours before his birthday on Saturday. He was killed while live streaming content.
And just a few months later, another influencer named Xavier Foga was killed under similar circumstances. Both were young men with large online followings, both from volatile communities, and both seemingly caught in the crossfire between notoriety and real-world violence. Social media has given Jamaica's youth unprecedented reach, but in communities where status and power are closely tied to image, that reach can quickly become a threat. Flashy clothes, attention-grabbing posts, even verbal spats on live streams. These things can ignite real-world consequences, and it's not just a Jamaican problem. Around the world, similar incidents have made headlines. The distinction between entertainment and endangerment is getting harder to draw. Jamaican authorities have also linked some of these killings to gang-related executions. Names like the Shower Posse and the Spangler Posse surface frequently in local media. While it remains unconfirmed if any specific gang was involved in Jabari's killing, the pattern is hard to ignore. The murder of Baba Skeng raises pressing questions, not just about one man's death, but about how social media intersects with violence, fame, and community dynamics. What happens when platforms designed for self-expression become tools of intimidation or violence? When real-time broadcasting becomes the preferred stage for real-world vengeance? Globally, there's been a disturbing uptick in livestream-related violence. There were over 200 confirmed instances of crimes, including murder, assault, and kidnapping, broadcast over social media platforms in the past 2 years alone. The vast majority went unmoderated for hours before being taken down. In Jamaica, where young people make up nearly 60% of the population and access to education and economic mobility is limited, social media often serves as a gateway to recognition and opportunity. But it can also serve as a magnifying glass, amplifying tensions, rivalries, and personal grudges to a deadly degree. And for influencers like Baba Skeng, the line between being visible and being vulnerable was razor thin. Jabari Johnson's story is one of both promise and tragedy. A young man with talent, ambition, and a magnetic personality taken far too soon in front of thousands.
Me, yes, I'm against violence song and violence promotion. I'm not with it. So we have to be careful what we do, because somebody is watching, somebody want to do it, somebody want to adapt that principle. So make sure whatever you're doing, it's in a positive way.
As we reflect on his death, we're reminded that behind the screen of the influencers and content creators we watch every day, there is a real human being with life in the real world. This may sound like an obvious statement, but it's one that is sometimes easy to forget, as it has become commonplace to form parasocial relationships through phone screens with people we've never met before. For now, the question remains: who wanted Baba Skeng silenced, and why? Until we get answers, all we can do is keep asking and keep watching. If you found this case as disturbing as I did, leave a like on the video and comment down below what you think really happened to Jabari Johnson, and be sure to subscribe to Crime Bumps for more deep dives into the dark and disturbing side of true crime. Until then, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.